We have Prakash Diwan now joining in with what he's making of the markets. But I think, Prakash, good to see you again. You heard the conversation with PB Fintech. Your first thoughts? You're on mute, Prakash.
So what I was saying is, Prashant, it's a very noble cause. Great to have something like this come into the ecosystem, but it's too early to even figure out how it's going to impact, what is going to be the exact quantum of impact. So I think you'll have to wait for that XYZ company to be formed, what valuations PB Fintech allocates money to it, and things like that. So too early to really make any conjecture. But yeah, I mean, it does look like they finally want to get into something to diversify their business model in terms of the risk from just insurance selling.
Okay, all right. Hi, Prakash. Good morning and good to see you. It was good to meet you yesterday as well at that event, and the equity cult here in India is well and truly, developing. So that was good to see the kind of feedback we saw. But a quick question on China. We're having a melt up in metal prices. I know prices are up 5-6% as we speak. What do you like from that space?
So good morning, Nigel. Yeah, so I think out of the metal mining companies, you would rather stick to the bigger ones. And from that perspective, NMDC continues to offer great value. As I said last time, you probably have a revival of some of the sleepier ones like the OMDCs and the Moils of the world. I've been positive on Moil since quite some time. It's delivered from there on. But I think there's a reset that's, again, imminent. Importantly, what's going to happen is everybody is a bit doubtful and skeptical about whether the stimulus is going to have a long-term impact or how long-term the impact would be. And once that happens, you'll probably see the mining companies and metal, suppliers, their underlying derivatives. And don't miss out on the graphite players. There's, I think, globally, and you track this so well, so you would know, I think the HEGs of the world will also start getting their place under the sun very soon, if not yet. And that's the space to kind of look at. We spoke about refractories, we spoke about the mining companies, but I think the graphite plays also could start looking up. But, principally, steel is where all the focus and attention is. It could be a bit of a journey which has some volatility, but stick to the larger ones like SAIL, JSPL, and I don't think you'll go wrong.
Prakash, just a quick word on, if you will, the oil marketing companies. I think we had a technical trade there. Stocks were up 6% on BPCL on Friday, and that basically is, the story is the big drop in oil. This morning, the story is oil is unmoved despite all the geopolitical escalation, China stimulus. Both actually should push prices higher, but nothing. 72. So just your thoughts on that, Pak.
No, so absolutely. So let me echo the view that I had even last week when we spoke about this. And BPCL is the one that I'd spoken about as probably well poised out of the three, given that it has a very fair balance of marketing and refining. Right? Unlike IOC, which is more skewed towards refining, HPCL more skewed towards marketing. And Prashant, the crisis released not impacting oil. Saudi still, wanting to kind of keep upping the output is a very clear indication that oil is going to be range bound and probably biased towards the lower side. So if that were to happen, of course, that's an assumption and it could go wrong if some events happen which we don't know which could could be out of the anticipated move. But my sense is oil marketing companies will still benefit because they offer the best value. In fact, BPCL is probably one of the lowest valued stock in the Nifty as of now, if I'm not wrong.